Oh, hi Internet. You're tearing me apart. YouTube. And other such funnies. Yes, it's The Room. I'm doing The Room. How very original of me. The Room has been talked about on the internet for 100 internet years, and if you don't know what it is, let me very quickly surmise it by saying it's often cited as the worst film ever made, and it certainly is both preposterous and technically deficient. However, there are a million worse films ever made, so what made The Room so well known, and the director's name, Tommy Wiseau, synonymous with bad movies? Well, firstly, let's just take a look at a few clips to get a flavour of The Room.
You're scaring me.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
What kind of drugs do you take?
It's nothing like that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I just needed some money to pay off some stuff.
How much do you have to give him?
This is not the way you make money.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
The guy with the long black hair is Tommy Wiseau, by the way. The director and the lead, and the writer, and the producer, and the writer of the book the film's based on, and the writer of the play the book's based on. Yeah, it's one of those. It's the sort of film where the leads just appear in tuxedos playing ball.
Mark, go.
Gee, Peter, you're clumsy.
But there's plenty of out there films. Plenty of films with no self-awareness, that inexplicably shift tone and that are amateurish. But The Room is so much more than that. Several years ago, I went to see The Room at the Prince Charles Theatre in London. There were about 1,000 people packed into the cinema who all knew exactly what The Room was. They all knew the script off by heart, they'd all seen it many times before, and they were all armed with plastic spoons that they would throw at the screen when they weren't shouting at it. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it's probably the best cinema experience I've ever had, because The Room does something that most bad films can only really aspire to. It's terrible, but it is totally enjoyable.
You don't understand anything, man. Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
It's one of those films that is not replicable. It's goofy, misfiring, badly acted, and ridiculous, and it has no idea it is any of these things. It's funny because it's entirely sincere. It's like a 9th grader's rock songs written in the back of a textbook that they think they'll one day be playing at Wembley. Epic organ solo followed by a chorus about my friends not understanding me. I better put a pause in for the inevitable standing ovation. The Room came out in 2003, and I think owes a great deal of its long-term success to YouTube. Before people started to post clips of it there that would eventually reach a worldwide audience, Tommy Wiseau advertised what is essentially a vanity project on a single billboard in Hollywood, costing about $5,000 a month. Knowledge of The Room did spread thanks to early word of mouth, as well as the billboard, DVDs, and some influential early adopters, but none of that helped The Room become the international success it is now. I think that really is all down to YouTube. Now The Room is mainstream, it's referenced in mainstream media, and it's far larger than the cult hit it once was, especially with the partly Warner Brothers produced The Disaster Artist coming out. Again, that's all because it manages to walk the tightrope between being bad but not being tedious. It manages to have a terribly cliched and overdone story, but at the same time be so overdone and badly done it's hilarious. Tommy Wiseau might occasionally claim that it was always meant to be fun and that it's meta, but if that's true, he's a very committed and very talented performance artist.
For ladies, I drink a cup of coffee and then we have a groovy time, that's all.
In my opinion, if Tommy Wiseau, or really anyone, had tried to make this movie as a joke, it wouldn't have ended up nearly as good. Its peculiar tone and almost alien writing depend greatly on the filmmaker's belief in himself and his script. As I'm going to discuss in greater depth in my upcoming vlog about bad movies being good, it's the bad movies that don't know they're bad that end up being the ones that are fun to watch.
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you.
It feels as though Wiseau thought it was going to catapult him into a place of greatness, as if he was going to be a modern-day Douglas Sirk, master of melodrama. I think the fact that Wiseau has embraced The Room's success, even if that success is from an unexpected place, has helped build the myth surrounding both The Room and Wiseau himself.
And we have a big screening, 10th anniversary of The Room in NoHo, in theater. You invited, everybody's invited, so.
I'll be looking at The Room and other movies that are so bad they're good on my next vlog. But next on this series, I'll be examining Star Wars and the saturation point of movie franchises and movie genres. I hope to see you then. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like. See you soon.
How can they say this about me? I don't believe it. I show them. I record everything.